This next item is a very important item for everyone to contact their senators and House members about. And it involves Senate Bill 265, which was recently introduced in the General Assembly, directing the State Board of Education to provide funds for only one school administrated unit per county. The City Council has been asked to adopt a resolution in opposing of this bill. School Board member Mike Salinack is here tonight to present this to the City Council. We went to Raleigh and we met with our legislators, and we had a pretty strong voice on it at that time. So Mike, if you'll let us know where we are now and what we can do to help.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. My name is Mike Sonic. I currently serve on the Roanoke School Board. This 12 years of service in that capacity. We come tonight to read a resolution to you. My expertise is silent reading, but they've asked me to read this aloud, so I'll humbly try to get through this with you. It's a resolution declaring opposition to Senate Bill 265. It reads as, whereas Senate Bill 265 has been introduced into the North Carolina General Assembly, directing that the State Board of Education provide funds for only one local school administration unit per county. And whereas the Roanoke Rapids Greatest School District was founded in 1907 to provide elementary and high school education to residents of the town of Roanoke Rapids, and whereas the Roanoke Rapids Greatest School District serves approximately 3,000 students per day, and whereas Angelo Economics, one of the largest independent economic development consulting firms in the United States, states that workforce and education are the two most often cited reasons for business locating to or expanding in a region. And whereas the Roanoke Rapids Greatest School District is funded both by a special local school tax and from funds provided by the State Board of Education. And whereas legislation providing funds to only one local school administrative district could mean the loss of vital state funding equal to that provided for the benefit of other students in Halifax County. Now, therefore, let it be hereby resolved that the City Council for the City of Roanoke Rapids stands in opposition against the enactment of Senate Bill 265 and asks its representatives in the North Carolina Senate and the North Carolina House of Representatives to vote in opposition to the enactment of this bill. And be it further resolved that the town clerk is hereby directed to transmit a copy of this resolution to the representatives of the North Carolina General Assembly who represent the city of Roanoke Rapids, resolved this 14th day of April 2009. Mayor, to answer your question about where we are in this bill, it is still in committee that you and I both attended down in Raleigh. It has been taken out of the Senate budget by amendment number 7 by Senator Garrow from Winston-Salem. And so it's currently out of the bill, but the Senate budget now continues on to the House of Representatives. And they too are waiting for the revenue reports from April 15th, which is tomorrow, to see exactly where the state is on the revenues. And so we still want to continue to voice our oppositions and ask for your support in this.
Thank you. Any questions? Anybody have a question?
I do have one, Mayor. And I do want to make a comment also, but I do have a question first. The question is the advantages and disadvantages. Can you tell me the advantages of combining and or the disadvantages of
The disadvantages of
hold on one mic. Okay, I'll speak a little.
Can you hear now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Speak up. We people getting old. We got to hear. That's why we're here to hear.
Can you tell me the advantages of the school merging and or the disadvantages of the school merging? I would like to know that.
Yes, sir. One of the biggest disadvantages that they have in merger is at one time there were 170 school districts located within the state of North Carolina. Currently, it's down to 115, which is 100 county units and also 15 city units. The disadvantage is that while it touts that it does save taxpayer monies, out of all the mergers within the state of North Carolina, only one has shown to save any monies at all. So it does not actually save the taxpayers any money because it is additional administrative staff that needs to be added. And it has been proven that there is no advantages to the taxpayer for this. The other disadvantage to this is it dilutes federal funding. And the children at risk are the most vulnerable because this, when the mergers come in effect, it dilutes the actual student population, and so they are not as able to get as much of the federal funding that they are getting right now, which has also been proven. The other thing that is a disadvantage too is the fact that once you take the local community out of our schools, it is detrimental to the education of the children. We can see in large units like Charlotte-Mecklenburg, they now employ not only the superintendent, but now they have regional superintendents to try to get down into breaking the big, large district apart because it's just too large. There's also a trend occurring in Guilford County also. They're in the process now of not only having a superintendent, but also regional superintendents within the county. In essence, they're trying to break themselves back down into different districts and units. And if you look on Channel 5, you always see parents down there in Raleigh. They don't know where their children are going to go because the attendance lines continue to change. And it's very upsetting because they have no cognitive school districts because they continue to move the population around. And this increases their busing costs also. So there are a lot of disadvantages to it. And when we listen to the Senator Tony Graham, who is the only sponsor to this bill, there's nobody else helping him to co-sponsor at all. He had no, when we listened to him, he had no data or no facts other than the fact that his children went to an emergency system and he thought everybody else ought to. So, like I said, we have talked to Senator Jones, and he's been very supportive of us, and some of the other senators that we talked to before the committee meeting. Thank you.
Does anyone else have any questions? Okay, if there have been no questions at this time, I will consider a motion to adopt a resolution in opposition of Senate Bill 265.
Mayor, I move to adopt the resolution.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I hear a second? Second. I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion?
I would like to make a comment, Mayor, and this is to Mike and the others out there. I've talked with a lot of people in the district, in Roanoke Rapids, and I pretty much have a mixed, I'm going to say, I have a mixed feeling about that. There have always been a wanting to merge the systems. On the same token, there's always been a want to not merge the system. So you probably have a 50-50 thing out there. Half do, half don't. It's not all related to racial or non-racial. It's just that some say it should, some say it shouldn't. But what I have talked with those that are supposed to be in the know or in thinking about the school systems and the school boards, and have gotten an answer in my mind as to how I'm going to go. But again, I just want to put that out there. Just want to let everybody know where I was with that. All right, thank you. I'm going to call that.
Okay, I have a motion and I have a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye. Aye.
All opposed? And the ayes carry. Okay, my baby straight around the thing. A lot of people might think that it does not pay to go to Raleigh and talk to your senators, but we found out that day and other times that we've done up there really paid. We talked to some of them that were totally not aware of what was going on with them. So if you get a chance, you can't go, call on the telephone.